Hello, scrapbookers and traveler's notebook friends. Suzanna and I are back with another scale it down process. And it's our second video in the cutfile traveler's notebook series. I'm using another cutfile from Paige Evans, and I'm just showing you here right now that I could have used this whole cloud thing on the other side of this as a full page spread and just cut it off where the page ends. That would have looked really nice as well. I decided to go a different route, but I was really very undecided and didn't know for a long time where I was going to go. The cut file that I'm using is from Paige Evans. She has free cut files in her Facebook group. I will link it down below. And this one is actually a 8.5 by 11 page, so it actually doesn't really need to be scaled down to work with a portrait, silhouette portrait. I do not have the Cameo that cuts 12 by 12. I always have to resize or look for other cut files that are not backgrounds and are sized for a 12 by 12 page. And so this one worked really great, and it just looks very different when you use a cut file that is made for the cutting machine that you have, and you do not have to resize it because the lines of the clouds are the right thickness. I'm going to link the video that I have posted last time with the sun, that is also a cut file from Paige Evans, where I resized the cut file from a 12 by 12 to a 3 by 3 size, and you can see how skinny the lines or the paper is where it cut. But it still worked, so it does work. It's just very flimsy and very skinny. Now, if you have watched my videos, most of them, you saw me use a Shimmers paint from Shimmers. This is called Winter's Mist. In my last video where the Grab 5, where Suzanna and I used the exact same things on a spread. And somewhere along the line of working on my layout or my spread, I must have dropped some paint and it spilled on this page, which didn't really matter. I didn't really have to cover it up. It would have totally worked without covering or using more paint on this spread, but it gave me the idea to use mixed media here and use the mixed media behind the clouds. That is why I did not cover the whole page with the clouds. That is why I went with this idea. I thought it really looked nice to overlap the clouds onto the photo and have them on the bottom of the page, because actually the trees and the landscape that you can see on the photo here isn't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about blue skies and white clouds. Or it doesn't really have to be white clouds. It can be any kind of cloud. The more colorful, the better. I love when there is a mix of white and gray. That looks great. Right now, where I live, it's in California, Bay Area. It is so great. It's not hot anymore. It's still very warm, but there is so much going on in the sky, and it's just amazing. And I love it. It makes me feel alive. It gives me so much. I don't really know why this is that clouds feed my soul. That's actually what's going to end up being on this page, but they do. And I could take photos and fill traveler's notebooks just with photos of clouds and the sky. And so when I was able to capture this cloudy summer day, which is actually pretty rare. We either have blue skies, or when it's so warm, then it's very, very, I think it's smog. You can't even see the sky, which is really bad. It's very depressing. So summer is not a season that I love here. And so that was a very rare summer day for me. And it just revived my soul. And so I took a photo. And that is what this spread is all about. Is there anything else I wanted to tell you that I was rambling when I was rambling on about the clouds? The cut file is actually two parts. There is this skinny cloud part and then the big cloud part, and it just so happened that the bigger cloud part would have worked perfectly without cutting the top or the bottom on the other side of the spread. So if you want to do something with clouds in your Traveler's Notebooks book, you should definitely go and get this free cut file from Paige Evans. Now, I have told you so much about what clouds do to my soul, but the only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually use these freckled fawn transparent stickers, and I made sure that I had the words cloud in blue, and I'm going to use wax paper first. I want to see what it looks like. I wasn't really sure and convinced that this is the way I'm going to go. I will be, but I wasn't sure, and I just use this wax paper that you can get at any grocery store or Target, Safeway, places like that sell it, and it works really well to use to place stickers on top and then shuffle them around and see where they are going to end up. There were two places I could have put this. I knew I was going to add the phrase, "This is what feeds my soul," and there was a space, like a line to write on, right underneath the cloud cut file. And I was not quickly, but I was contemplating to put the clouds at the bottom there where I showed it before, and then write "This is what feeds my soul" right underneath the cut file. But I did not go ahead and do that because, and here I'm still thinking about it, but I think if I had put my black pen at the bottom, it would have unbalanced the layout. It would have been too heavy at the bottom, and this way it works just fine. Were you able to see the shimmers? I love the shimmery paints. I never thought I would say that ever, but yeah. Check out Suzanna and her video. Check out shimmers. Check out Paige Evans' cut files. And come back soon for more videos. Until then, bye. Oh, and thank you so much for watching and all of your comments. Tell me in the comments below what feeds your soul.